Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out my channel, LeboView, and today I'm talking about a couple different cameras. I'm going to switch back and forth between the audio on them, and I'm going to also let you see the pictures side by side of what they take. Now, as you can probably tell, that Canon ELPH is a wider range. I have an ELPH 300HS, and as far as the video that I'm currently shooting in this manner, with me holding the camera out, the ELPH beats the Kodak ZI-10, which is the other camera, by far. It just gives you a wider range of things, so it kind of puts you in the picture a little bit more as far as feeling what the shooter, the commentator, myself, feels, or what I'm seeing myself. The ZI-10, the benefits there is that thing will shoot for a long time. If you plug it in, it'll shoot for 4 hours on a stretch. They're both HD cameras. The PlayTouch does do stills, so does the Canon ELPH, because the Canon ELPH is a point-and-shoot camera. The PlayTouch is kind of a vlogger style. Now, the PlayTouch has been out for a long time. The ZI-6, the ZI-8, the ZI-10, which is currently what you're watching, and also the ZI-12. Then Kodak went bankrupt, and JK Imaging bought the rights to the digital cameras, and they're putting out like an SPZ-1, which is a good little camera, but as far as the old PlayTouches, the Playfuls, the ZI-8s, the ZI-6, those cameras were outstanding for their time. And that SPZ-1 or SP1, whatever it may be, it is better, but it's not as good as these things were for the day. I mean, these things are old, and they still shoot outstanding quality pictures. So I'm putting the link down below for this, along with the link for the Canon ELPH 300HS. The other thing about the PlayTouch is really nice. It has the ability for an external mic, so you can put it for a lapel, run a cord, and get really good stereo quality right into it. The Canon ELPH has built-in microphone, just like the PlayTouch, and that's what you're listening to as far as the audio on both. And I'll switch back and forth here on the audio and highlight which one you're hearing. The ELPH, however, has a tendency to pick up more wind noise, I noticed. The PlayTouch, the microphone's on the front, so although I'm doing this shooting this way, it has a tendency not to pick up the sounds whenever you're shooting from behind quite as well as far as people talking, but it still does a good job. So we'll go ahead and turn this around, and luckily the sun came out. It's been a rainy day. Again, they're both HDs, but you can see the range in which the camera shoots. Look at all those old pallets just laying there. I need to do something with those. My wife has a tendency to think that I might be doing some sort of a project. But again, sun's out, bright, not incredibly bright. There is some clouds. Let's go ahead and look up at the sky. You can see the transition. Again, I think the ELPH's pictures are just outstanding for how it's just a point-and-shoot camera. But it only shoots 10 minutes in HD, and then it shuts itself off. Also, you may want to pick up a couple of extra batteries. I'll put the link also for those down below, because those extra batteries will come in handy, because this ELPH sometimes has a tendency to eat up batteries. But it is a lithium ion, and it's easy to just pop in a new one. The Kodak, you do not remove the battery. It has a separate charger. It also has a flip-out USB, so you can plug right into it. Into your computer. It'll charge that way, but it also comes with a cable that you can plug into the wall, and that cable you can pull out the USB. Again, I'm just trying to show you the different lighting. We're shooting into the sun a little bit more here. Let's see what kind of glare. Well, the sun's going away. What a surprise. The ELPH has made a transition. I can see said that there was sun out, so it made a transition to the picture. Now it's gone back to auto. There's my old rusty truck. And there's some traffic views. I'm trying to hold this rig as easy as I can so I don't vibrate. Both of them have digital image stabilization. But they're both good little cameras. What I find I do with the ELPH is kind of set that up on a tripod. I have a remote, which I'll also put the link down below for the remote. And I turn that on and run the camera whenever I need it. And it'll go on a standby for a few minutes, and then it'll shut off automatically if I forget. Again, just showing you. Now let's go do some indoor lighting. If you guys haven't seen some of my really early videos, my son was only about 10 years old whenever he was riding that moped around in the video. We've had these for quite some time now, and now he's 17. I don't think I'd get him on there if he even wanted to. He probably thinks it's embarrassing. We just use these to go camping. And this one here I had done a bunch of work to and changed the cylinder and put a different pipe on, and since then I've gone back to stock except for the carburetor. Good moped. Again, you can see the range in which the ZI-10 picks up and the wider angle that the ELPH 300HS picks up. Now, I'm not saying that either camera is better than the other. I like the ELPH for a lot of reasons, but if I'm shooting longer video on a tripod, I go to the Kodak. And if I want good quality audio, I go to the Kodak. The ELPH's audio is good, but the Kodak with an external mic is even better. And you can see, here's the microphone that I'm talking about. This just plugs right in top of the ELPH. I'm going to put the link down below for this. Also, there's a remote control. I'll go ahead and put the link down below for the remote control, and that's to control the Kodak ZI-10. I also put the link for the case. This is what the case that the ELPH goes into. It's just outstanding. And as far as this hard case, I don't even know where I picked this up, so I can't put the link down below on this. I might have picked it up on Amazon. I think I did. If so, I'll put the link for that also, because it will hold the Canon ELPH, the Kodak ZI-10, plus some other things too, the remote and the microphone. But here's just some pictures, trying to get different ideas of what it looks like. Now, on the Kodak, you have to flip the landscape to, there we go, for close-ups. As far as the ELPH will do it all on its own. Let's go ahead and turn that so they're both in view. There you go, the ELPH is switched over to close-up, and you can see it does a pretty good job. I'm going to switch the ZI-10 back to landscape mode, and the ELPH within a few seconds should change and go back to auto. Now, as we speak, I've done probably about 6 10-minute videos, and the battery, which was fully charged on this ELPH, is starting to show a little bit of a flashing mode. So there you go. That's the two cameras. Again, I'm putting a link down below for both of them. Not only that, but the remote, the case for the Canon ELPH. I'm also going to put a link for the microphone for the Play Touch. I'm also going to put a link for the Play Full, the ZI-12, which is a step above this one. It has a couple nice features, and it might be something that you'd be willing to go for instead of the ZI-10. So again, click the links down below. It'll take you to it. And again, I'm just doing this video so you can get an idea of what I shoot with and the differences. And on down the road, I'm going to try to start shooting with my Moto X, because I noticed the video on those are pretty good too. I did shoot some video with my old iPhone 4, and that was always pretty decent. But really, these are the two cameras, exclusively the ELPH on most of my videos. It's just kind of the go-to camera. It's small, it's quick, and I like it. But it's up to you, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Thanks as always. Bye.